Hello guys, we're back again. Hello guys, we've got very important those songs that is going to come here today to talk about the upcoming election. So we've got Heathrow here, and we've got Mr. Mondele here as well. Both of them are going to debate why Heathrow is going to let us know why he's supporting Governor Godwin OBASEKI and why he wants him to return to office. And Mr. Mondele is going to talk about Pastor IYAMU, and he's going to let us know as well why he wants him to be the next governor of Edo State. Yeah, we are very concerned. We are very concerned about this upcoming election. I believe that though youth have never been this concerned before. As you can see, everyone is owning their live broadcast, talking about it, and because we are fed up, we are tired. You know, we need a change that can be beneficial to we, especially we in diaspora, because most of us left Nigeria because the environment is not conducive enough for us to stay. So this is why Heathrow is here. I'm going to bring him in now. This is why he's here to talk about why Edo people have to support Governor Godwin OBASEKI, why we that live in diaspora have to call our people back home to go support Governor Godwin OBASEKI. This is why Mr. Mondele is also here to talk about why everyone have to support Pastor IYAMU. So we want to hear from them. So we are waiting to bring in Mr. Mondele because he's not on the backstage yet. I can only see Heathrow right now. 1 minute. Hello, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm sorry I'm in this way. It was just sudden, you know.
Yes, it's very good for us to have you here. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We decided to bring you here today because you have been live streaming for a while now, trying to educate our people why they should support Governor Godwin OBASEKI.
That's right.
You know, you've never been this frequent on live video, but recently you show concern that yes, it's time for us to speak out. You know, so that's why we choose that. Okay, it's better you come to our platform. We understand we are the one promoting you as well, but picking a video, uploading is different from you are speaking live to them right now. You know, cool. So we've got Mr. Mondele here, which is we are waiting for him to come on the backstage. Then we can bring him live. So he's a consecrated supporter of Pastor IYAMU. He have his reasons why he's also going to let the Edo people know why he's supporting Pastor IYAMU. So Mr. Mondele is on the backstage right now, so we're going to bring him in. Hello, sir. Good evening. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, we lost him again. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to come back again.
Okay.
Yes. So, sir, we would like you to introduce yourself to our people here. They are coming up a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be bombarding with a lot of questions here. So we want you to introduce yourself before we start passing the questions to you.
It's okay. Good evening, everybody. First, let me thank you, Naija Walsh, for having this brilliant idea for we discussing and giving more enlightenment into these political issues. My name is Heathrow, as you have called me before, and I live in Italy here for a very long time.
Good. All right. Thank you, sir. 1 minute. We're going to come back to you again. Let's bring Mr. Mondele here. Hello, sir. Mr. Mondele, good evening, sir. Can you hear us?
Good evening. Hello, I can hear you loud and clear.
Very good, very good. Right. My fellow viewers, we've got Mr. Mondele is an Edo indigenous who based in London. So he's a consecrated supporter of Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU. So he's here to defend his principle. Why we've got Mr. Heathrow, which every one of you already know, is here to defend Governor Godwin OBASEKI. Why we want him back in office. So we are going to talk to Mr. Mondele first. Sir, could you please introduce yourself to the audience to let them know who you are and why you are here?
Thank you very much, moderator. My name's Mondele Ohuimumwen, and I'm live and direct from United Kingdom, West London.
Good. Thank you, sir. Can you let us know why you are here and why you want, because we already know you are here to defend Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU. I want to know why you want him and why you need to change now.
I'm happy to be here today, not only to defend Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU, also to be able to speak to a lot of our people, Edo people in diaspora, on what kind of participation, specific popular participation, the present current exercise, like what kind of objective, what kind of manifestos will we be expecting from those contestants in Nigeria, in Edo State. I will be taking this opportunity to back up Mr. OSAGIE IYAMU in simple agenda, and at the same time, we want to dissuade people like Heathrow and other social media users who always talk about 4+4 talk back.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Mondele. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Sir, Heathrow, as you can hear what Mr. Mondele just said, do you have a response to that?
Why not? First, let me welcome him to the stream. You welcome, Mr. Mondele. Gone are those days where politics do or die. This time is time for reality, okay? As you said before, they said whatever that you are doing, people see it. When you do anything good, anything bad, people will see it too. I have come on my platform so many times to support Godwin OBASEKI because of what I'm seeing with my two naked eyes. We are tired of lists of manifestos that never materialize in our history. I know exactly what they did to Ambrose Ali many years ago. That history, that is what the Edos want to repeat again in Edo State. Till today, apart from Sam Ogbemudia, nobody has ever gone half of what that man did. He died without even having a private house on his own. But the Benin's used broom in sweeping him out of Edo State, telling us that he has not done enough. But today, none of the governors put together, Igbenedion with Shomole, has done half what Ambrose Ali has done. Slow and steady that he is doing. I like my wait and see governor. First, let me tell you one thing that I like this man for. He has improved education in Benin, in Edo State very well to a higher standard. He has cleared all pension arrears. Our old men and women don't longer stay in the queue to collect their 7-8 months arrears for pension, which it was like that during Shomole era and Igbenedion's era. Thirdly, he is trying to improve electrical system in Nigeria. We all know Oshomo power plant has just been tested a few weeks ago. So we don't want any interruption of the government. Everything he is doing, he has to complete it. Any other government that come again can continue from there. We have no cause to change the government in Edo State. They are just doing everything for their own stomach infrastructure. That's all, nothing more. IYAMU spent 8 years in the government of Igbenedion. He spent almost 4 years too with the Shomole. What did he do? I met him 101 10 years ago, asking very much about me. I met him one-on-one. These were the questions I asked them. So we don't want to be fooled twice. They've told us who he is, and we believe what they said. They are the birds of the same feather. They flew together. They know each other's secrets. So I can't believe what I'm saying. If they said Obaseki is not good enough, let them bring somebody better than Obaseki, not to say IYAMU. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Heathrow. Mr. Mondele, what do you have to say about that? Because as you can see, Heathrow is very, very dedicated to make sure that Governor Obaseki come back to office. Why you've been in UK for God knows when, you must have one or two reasons why you said you want a change and you don't want a second term for the governor, rather you want Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU to take over. So can you let us know why and why you want this change?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. You see, I think Heathrow on this occasion got misapprehension of Mr. achievement or Mr. GODWIN OBASEKI goal. One of the things I need to point to him is that get it clear today that Mr. Obaseki, Nogegasa Obaseki, is far from Ogbemudia or Ali. He has come in, I mean, what of all his election promises, I think he deviated from it. You've just mentioned education just now. I'll take a swipe on you on that. One, on education, can Mr. Heathrow tell me how many people, low-income earners, are taking their children from private school to government school? One, that is number one. Number two, are the incidents of private school increasing or decreasing? See, we all know what is happening. On power, I would like to ask you that Lagos State tried the embedded power project. Rivers State tried it too. But what we want to see, what we are trying to see here, it is not cheap. And that light and that electricity you said is tested, that's another scam. These are the reasons why people are upset. It was never tried, and that power project is meant to be made for what do you call it, government offices. That is for him, the governor Nogegasa Obaseki, to stop buying diesel. It doesn't work. The power of electricity, the power to give electricity to its citizens belong to the federal government. Before Oshomole was the APC government invested $1 billion on Azura power plant. So this power plant was in a way abandoned by the country, by Obaseki. It would have been better for my honorable gentleman, GODWIN OBASEKI, who is well versed in stock exchange, stock broker, and somebody who has worked what people now term as a technocrat governor, to try and do an investment. The power produced, the produce from the Azura power plant is enough to power the whole of Edo State. I, for one, will not subscribe, will not condescend to somebody, instead of buying generator or paying for diesel to power his offices, now telling me he's bringing embedded power. Heathrow, did Obaseki promise you that the embedded power project, the Oshoma power project, is to power the whole of Edo State? No. So what we are trying to do here is that we need somebody. He has got 4 years. Edo State is 6 million people. It is not only him that will take 8 years. Let us try another person for 4 years and see what he will do. IYAMU came up. He promised you the simple agenda. One, I'll take you on that, security. A situation whereby security will be well looked after. You can see the strategic position of Benin, Edo. It's in the heart, and it's being nicknamed as the heartbeat of the nation. People coming from the north, people coming from the south, people coming from the east pass through Benin. A situation whereby they are now running, even avoiding the bypass that shows that security situation is not okay. We want a situation whereby the benefit of our geographical location, the city of culture and arts, to be used for economic activities. We are not getting that because of the security situation. Look at our farmers cannot go to farm because there's one problem that is happening at the present time. People from neighboring countries or neighboring states came over and surrounded the whole of Benin, all for the sake to commit crime.
Can I say something, please?
Okay. All right. Allow Mr. Paitro to respond to what you said so far.
Okay.
Let me start from where you stopped, Mr. Monday.
Yeah,
security issues in Nigeria is not a state issue. Neither it is even above a federal level issues. You know, you should know better than me. But I don't know how long you visited Nigeria. I don't know anyway. We have these issues worse than even at those states. Hold on, I'm not trying to tell you I don't know how to. Please, I'm not trying to use utterances against you. Please, I'm just trying to ask whether you know recent record in Nigeria. What is happening in Nigeria concerning security? The eastern part of Nigeria is worse than Edo State. Northern part is worse than Edo State. Middle belt is worse than Edo State. So we don't have a state police in Nigeria. Okay, we have federal police everywhere in Nigeria. That is one. Concerning what you just said about agriculture just now, please take time to find out in your Google and visit those areas and see how he has empowered agriculture in Edo State. Now, please, can you also go to Google and find out Edo State, how many positions we were in the WAEC exam 6 years ago, up to 4 years ago here, the position, the rank we were in Nigeria, even in Africa, and find out the position we are today now in Edo State. That answers your question. It is not by saying simple agenda. And let me come back to that simple agenda. That is a stolen agenda from Pedro, Don Pedro. You go and listen very carefully, you'll see what I'm talking about. That was a copied agenda from Don Pedro. So we also were convinced that this man cannot do nothing. He served 8 years with the Benedium. He did not know that he has simple agenda for Edo State. He served 3 years with Oshomole. Are you telling me that all what Oshomole said about this gentleman are all lies? Are they all lies? He said he did not give him any appointment because he knows he's a criminal. Do you know what happened to Bebe Buri?
Do you know what you are jumping from the subject matter now? We'll take that step by step.
Yeah, hold on now. I answer about the electric. I answer about education. I answer you also. You say what the two governors has done, Obaseki has not done so far. From the beginning, the music you people were playing, the music APC were playing, Mr. Moderator, was that Obaseki is not carrying them along. He's not carrying party people along. From there, they said this man has failed totally. From there, they said he's disqualified because he has no certificate. Now, later, IYAMU told that he's coming to join APC to support Edo State, to help us build Edo State. But we knew that he was coming to retaliate and kick out Obaseki. When they knew Obaseki would win the election, permanent elections, they disqualify him. The certificate he used in governing Edo State for 3 years and a half, a man that has served in big positions overseas and in Nigeria becomes a puppet under all of you. A permanent person was not deciding the qualification of a man. My brother, think twice. Other people should think twice. If you have a better candidate, bring him to us, not IYAMU.
Okay. Thank you, Paitro. Before we go there, because I know that you're going to be leaving us very, very soon. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the train station. Yeah.
Yes, I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Hold on for 1 minute. I've got a question from Vera Ugo, who said we should ask you, when was the last time you visited Edo State or Nigeria?
The question is to me or to Monday?
No, to Paitro.
I visited Nigeria 2 years ago.
Okay, good. That's good.
I visited Nigeria last year and I stayed 8 months. 2 years ago, 1 year in Nigeria because I have a business, and I was in Nigeria last year throughout the campaign, and I campaigned alongside with GODWIN OBASEKI. So I know much about it. You cannot stay in diaspora and argue bad government for Edo State.
Okay, good. I'm so happy that both of you have been to Nigeria recently, because that was the question posed to both of you. Not only Heathrow, you we were told to ask you that question. So, because you guys are current, now I'll let Mr. Mode answer you with what you just said previously.
Thank you. What I need to explain to Heathrow. Me, you, and the lot chatting 4+4 talk back. We all live in the diaspora. We have seen development. What we're talking now is that let us, at this point in time, let us start from a stage whereby we can speak to contestants. This is, this present project before September is an avenue, it's an opportunity for us to be able to tell our leader what we need. Even you yourself, you qualify to be a governor, even if you don't have a primary 6 certificate. You understand?
It's not my feed.
What we are saying here is that the likes of Governor Obaseki, his profile, he's a technocrat governor, somebody who primed himself to be an investor, an investment man. Okay, agreed. In the whole of Edo State, for the past 4 years, how many investment did Obaseki bring in there? That's one. Wait, I have a lot for you. Put it this way. The agriculture, he promised that he will invest in agriculture. How many people are in farm? That is true. Then a lot of state corporations which are dilapidated, like the Bender Brewery, the Bender Pharmaceutical Society, the Okpila Cement Factory, then the glass industry, then the Midwest Line, which people like God is Good has done privately and is doing well. Four of those, I just mentioned but four of those companies have been neglected.
Let me just reply you.
For a technical governor to come and tell me you abandoned this lovely project, which would have boosted employment for the people of Edo State. Now you are saying that Agberu, the urchins in the streets, who created them? Is it not the system? Why can't they not be looked after?
Okay. Yeah, you can come.
2 minutes left before I leave. Okay, before I leave, my brother. First of all, I ask you a question just now. You say abandoned companies that are not dilapidated in Edo State. Are you aware the reason why IYAMU is being sued by EFCC now for 700 million duped for the Bender Brewery? Are you aware? One. Secondly,
he's not convicted.
You wait. It's not be convinced. I did not say convinced. I said, are you aware why
he has not been convicted?
Hold on. Okay, sir. Secondly, another question I want to tell you. He promised 200,000 jobs in Edo State. Go and check the business day record. Statistics taken this year. He has got 170 employed in Edo State. I'm not speaking because I want to speak. You click your Google, Naija Watch. You are very vast too. Check it yourself.
Hold on. In the Google. Why can't we see?
Let me finish now. Let me finish. Midwestern line. Brother, please. Bend the line. You're talking about, Just 2 minutes, Bend the line, Bend the line was abandoned more than 16 years ago. It's only Oshomole who came in to try to revive it. Oshomole tried, it didn't work. When Obaseki came, people were still going there, staying there, doing nothing, receiving salary. He now distributed them to other ministry and closed it. Because when you cannot be able to see somebody to entrust any business for, instead of you spending money there, allocating money there is waste of fund. The hospital, your brother opened, Osobaba. How did it happen? They opened a hospital that was no equipment inside. Pay off from more than 70% into the contract. Is it done like that in any developed society?
For 4 years,
I was happy.
Operating for 4 years.
It's work. Yes, it's working. Yes, it's working.
No,
it's working. Ask anybody.
No incubator, no running water.
Hello, sirs. I need to come into this. We know.
Yeah.
very soon. So I'm going to still have Mr. Mondele. So because of that, I'm going to have
I'll be leaving
question.
I don't have 10 minutes. I'll be leaving, please.
Pardon?
Okay, that's okay.
I don't have 10 minutes.
No, okay. Now, the question I'm going to throw at you from Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis, and why is it that the governor has not replaced him with another commissioner up till now?
Who is that?
Commissioner Ero that was arrested in Italy or in Europe. Are you there? Can you hear us? Hello, Paitro?
Loud and clear, I can hear you.
Hello, Paitro, we lost you there. Hello? I think we lost Paitro, and that question is very vital to us because that was thrown from Kelvin Davis. Okay, I think we lost Paitro. Can you come back? Can you follow the same route to come back here, please? Oh, sad. I think we lost him. All right. Mr. Mondele, thank you very much for joining us. You can continue to say something? Yes, we definitely lost Paitro. Hopefully we can get him back here. You know, okay, someone is asking you here, Mr. Mondele, why do you think that Pastor IYAMU can bring happiness back to Edo indigenes, both home and away? That is from Joy.
Yeah, I think Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU has got an appointment, and with his experience in governance, Pastor IYAMU has never been a governor in Edo State, but as a secretary, but not the first, not the second, but the third secretary to Lucky Igbenedion, he's got that what it takes, the wherewithal to be able to make our policies, to make our manifestos better for us all, both in diaspora. For example, we have industries are not in Benin City, not in Edo State. IYAMU will revamp that industry, like those abandoned projects, abandoned corporations, which I earlier mentioned. He will try by all means. We are all here now. Time is changing, and people in diaspora, maybe after 4+4 talk back, they will not be able to tell the governor, the sitting governor, what they want. IYAMU will create that employment. We need, I mean, this is a time now, the oil export is not all that encouraging as regard income, especially with this COVID-19 problem. I think IYAMU, when he comes in, he will try to get diversification into agriculture. That is, we will have good agriculture whereby everybody is fully engaged. If you have about 1,500 hectares, and even if it's 50 hectares, they can cultivate. 1 acre will produce a lot of employment there where people will work. The incident of cultism of crime will go. If the Bende Brewery is revamped, that Bende Brewery, which they abandoned, that is where Professor Ambrose Ali got money to finance the free education. Then there are other state corporations which the income from the Bende Brewery financed. If we can get that in, Crystal Line was very popular those days. If we say we don't want to do Crystal Line, we don't want to produce Crystal Line, we can produce water. After all, Coca-Cola is producing Everwater. We can produce fruit juice, orange juice, mango juice, which can be, consumed in the whole of Nigeria and be exported. And a lot of job creation will be there, assuming if Crystal Line can, if a Bende Brewery.
Yes, sorry. all this that you say, is it part of Pastor Osagie IYAMU? Is it IYAMU's manifesto?
Yes, that is in the area of infrastructural development and manpower development. Simple.
Okay, go ahead.
Security, infrastructure, manpower development. You understand? So if Pastor IYAMU can't just take Bende Brewery alone, you see, Bende Brewery can take in 3,000 workers. This is excluding the distributors that will come and distribute the beer or distribute the liquid we are selling. And the distributor will employ drivers. The printers who print the label for the drink will create employment there. That is one area. At least we can get about 10,000 job creation through there. Then the abandoned Midwest line, now called Edo Line. Edo Line was one of the first transport corporation in the whole of Nigeria. If that one is revamped, I cannot imagine companies like God is Good Motors, Iyare Motors, they are doing well. If the state government has taken care of this business, by now, I know for sure that Edo State would have been floating an airline to London, even shipping line. That's a transport company. Then the Bende Cement Factory, which they abandoned to a land that they've sold it. These are areas, many companies, many corporations. Look at the Bende Pharmaceutical Society. The Bende Pharmaceutical Society, Bende Pharmaceutical Limited. That is a company that was made to create drugs. It was created by Ogbemudia. So a lot companies like that. So let's go to the issue of health. Right now in Edo State, the people do not have hope of good treatment. When they are sick, like we who live in Europe, they go to rickety clinic, whereby outdated equipment are being used to treat them. If you visit even the federal government project, the UBTH, it looks like it looks like a shrine, Ogun shrine. When you go to their theater, then we go to talk about pipe-borne water, a technocrat governor. When I was growing up in Benin, you can go to the tap and turn your tap and water flows. But now, nobody, a technocrat governor do not deem it necessary to try and invest in water, and produce water so that people can have access to a good table water, a pipe-borne water.
So I have to stop you there. I understand that you are raining so much praise and prospective hope on Pastor Osagie IYAMU, which is fine. You know, there's something I'm going to say. For a while, I can say, since I was born, I grew up in the United Kingdom, but I'm frequent in Nigeria and I'm streaming right here in Nigeria right now. Up till now, I'm speaking in the voice of my brothers and sisters in diaspora. Every governor that have ruled Edo State always have a manifesto which they never ever kept to. Right? They tried their best. Unfortunately, our youth clamoring for Pastor Osagie IYAMU or the current governor. When the governor creates a road, our youth will be clamoring and clapping for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Forgetting that it is our right to have a good road. It is our right to have all basic amenities, which we don't have in Edo State. I'm not here to blame Governor OBASEKI, but before Governor OBASEKI, Oshomola was there, which you are supporting today. To me, I cannot actually say what Oshomola did. Yes, he created some road or repaired some road that has been in existence. What we want, sir, you've been in the United Kingdom for a while, where you know I live, you know?
Yeah.
Between me and you, I'm going to ask you right now, the basic amenities that you have in the United Kingdom, Do you think we can have it, or should I use the word ever have it in Edo State between now to the next 40 years?
When you say such a thing, I will say we will not, based on our income.
Okay, no. Okay, I will allow you to talk. You just answered that we will not have the kind of lifestyle we're having in the United Kingdom, in Edo State, in the next 40 years. My figure 40 years, I try to bring it down. I would have said forever. Because within me and my brothers and sisters that lives in diaspora knows forever this can never happen. Most of them that lives in diaspora don't want to move back home, but they are tired of living abroad. To move back home is a problem. Where do you want them to go? We don't have security. Every government that have ruled us, or even the one that is that want to rule again now, they have not actually created a, how do I put it on? They have not created security for us. Sir, if you visit Benin tomorrow, I bet you cannot leave your house after 9 p.m. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you tell me now, why do you think Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU, we cure our pain, we answer to our plights? You understand? So can you let us know? A lot of people are still going to come to watch this video later on. We have some of our brothers and sisters here now listening to you. Tell us why you think Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU will do better than Governor GODWIN OBASEKI. Please.
Thank you very much. You see, this problem is an age-long problem which has been there, cumulative of successive governments. Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU, when he come on board, if he wins the election, I can assure you, first bullet to release it towards creating massive employment. A situation whereby security is worrisome in Nigeria, in Edo State, is no good. Most of those people who live in diaspora, when they even go home, they stay in hotels. They build beautiful houses for them to retire to. But having OSAGIE IYAMU, like I said just now, people like us, people like you and I, we give him suggestions which he will take, unlike before when they shut us all up. Remember, before Oshiomhole came on board, you need to revisit the photograph of how Edo looked like. You saw the schools. They were like where they keep goats. He came, he revamped them. Get new teachers to start teaching. OSAGIE IYAMU will come on board, he will add to it, and everything will be okay. Okay, in a way now, if I say we've just wasted 4 years now, I know you are going to tell me, shush, don't say that. But I can assure you that if he comes on board with what OBASEKI has done now, he will build on it. We will have employment. We will have employment. The government will tax the people working. Then the government will have money to work. A situation whereby a sitting governor
can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Mondele, are you there?
Yeah, very well, loud and clear, audible.
Okay, good. I think we'll have a technical issue there. Okay, yes, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I said a situation whereby we in diaspora can have a forum to suggest policies, to suggest what we want in Edo State. If OSAGIE IYAMU comes on board, I think the primary objective, goal, target is massive employment. We revamp the state corporation to take in more workers, more employment, and people start working, then the government will get money to tax, from tax, to look after Edo State for us. Edo State is a very rich state, vast in resources, a fertile land, whereby we produce, export, and income to come in. Gone are those days whereby things are very difficult. They will tell you that government has no business in business. They will try to, on the power project, the embedded power project, Osiomo, will be built on. A lot of things will start coming in place. Before Osomole came in, you're supposed to look at what happened, how Edo looks like before then. It was just a place like where they keep goats. I mean, the schools.
Okay, sir, I'm going to come in. Sir, with all due respect, Adam Soshomele governed us for 8 years.
Yes.
Do you know that 8 years is enough for Adams to turn Edo to become like Europe? The reason why they don't do this is that they keep giving us a peanut by repairing road, right? Or create 1 or 2 road that is going to tarnish in the next 1 or 2 years, right? My take here is we keep clamoring for these people. They can change this, they can change that. Pastor OSAGIE IYAMU might come on board tomorrow to become the governor. Okay, now what happened? What is the problem of electricity in Edo State? Why can't we have electricity? What is the problem? Is it because of the suppliers of generators? They are the one behind it. I want to, because I believe you have more experience than me when it comes to Edo State, sir. And the good thing about me asking you this question is that you live in United Kingdom. The basic amenities that me and you need, is not there. You understand? So please answer.
See, Oshiomhole came, as you said, 8 years, Oshiomhole is supposed to turn Edo to Eldorado. Let me explain that. When Oshiomhole came on board, how much was the allocation from Abuja? It was about 2 billion. By the time they paid workers, the little remaining is not even enough to go round. Governors, which we don't understand, just like me clamoring for IYAMU, another one clamoring for OBASEKI. Our people, they have never been so participating in governance, in election like this one. This is a tough election. This is a situation whereby inexperienced leader takes over with the backup of that dingo godfatherism. Here is a situation now. We have said we are very rich, we have solid mineral, we have built industries. This industry, if we can look after them, we think they can produce money. We will not be reliant on money coming from Abuja alone. We will have money coming from export. We will have money coming from everywhere, from all over the nation. We have never seen such a governor. Look at a place like America. The man there is a strong businessman and is doing well with the economy. A lot of other countries, other states, where you have business-minded leader, then they look after the resources. Our resources are being wasted. We don't expect where people will not expect where the government expect to get money to run the state when the government is not getting money. Go to Holland. The government there invests in business, invest in farmers. They make money from it. Here's a situation in Edo State. Name it. All natural resources, mineral resources, we have them. The land is fertile. It's not being utilized. Our youth are made to be treated to go about coming to Europe, make money, send back home, and look after our families in Nigeria. I visit Nigeria all the time, visited for the love of it, to see how it will go. But when you get there, see a situation where OBASEKI is fixing road at the moment, no walkway. How many people, percentage of people have cars to drive on the tar road, which doesn't last? Then these people, the majority of the people do not have walkways to walk on. These are the problems which we are not seeing. A lot of people, graduates, are being made to be what they call a do steamer, to drive, to chase vehicles up and down. Graduate job. There are a situation whereby the gutters, the drainage there, they are filled up with sand. Those days, they make use of voluntary organizations like Boy Scouts, Manual, to go and remove the sand so that water can flow. In a situation we don't have a pipe-borne water, you drink pure water and sachet, and you throw the sachet away, the sachet ends up blocking the drainage. A situation we don't have good water, people go to hospital all the time for treatment, for malaria.
All right, sir, sorry that I have to come in. If we have to do some comparison, Comrade Adams Oshomole did well on his tenure, okay?
Thank you, very well.
Yes, he did well, but for me, I'm not satisfied. And I know you are not satisfied. You might not display that here. He did well. If we have to, that's why I use the word comparison. If we have to compare him with the previous governors, right? Because the only governor that I grew up to know that everyone has been praising and all that is Samuel Ogbemudia.
Yeah.
So if we have to compare, Comrade Adams Oshomole did well, but I'm still not satisfied when I have to compare where I've lived almost all my life to Benin City. We have this money to do this, right? They don't. They give us 2% of what we need. Then those that live in Benin or in Nigeria will be clapping. But for me, you know, I cannot be clapping for them. Now, Governor Godwin Obaseki have done well. If you ask me, the reason why I said he has done well, I'm not here to praise him. Okay?
I know.
Okay.
Now COVID. Now I do well. I not be Benin.
Okay, sir. All right, that's fine. At least it's not the worst governor that we've ever had in Benin, right?
It's one of them.
Okay, it's one of them. Okay, fine. Now we have Pastor Osagie IYAMU coming, right? We don't know who is going to emerge the next governor in September 19. Okay, if it happens to be that it's Pastor Osagie IYAMU, what do you think? Because I understand you'll be talking about family and all that. For me, I believe that these people, unfortunately, or how do I put it on? There is only 2 of them that we have as the major candidates. There are other candidates from other parties that people don't talk about. When it's not PDP, it's APC. You understand? So for Pastor Osagie IYAMU to come over and take that office for Governor Godwin Obaseki, you, the supporter, and every other person that is supporting him have to tell us, especially us that live in diaspora, because there are many questions that I'm going to throw. If we happen to bring him here, that I'm going to throw at him. If we happen to bring Governor here, there are many questions we are going to throw at him as well. Why do you think you deserve to rule for the second term? So now you got the opportunity right now. You got the platform to, in the next 10 minutes, we're going to end this show, to let Edo people know why we want Pastor Osagie IYAMU, what we are going to see differently from what Governor Godwin Obaseki have done for the past 4 years.
Thank you. You see, if if Pastor Osagie IYAMU is voted in, we should expect a good economy, good health, hospital, employment, housing, and tourism. All this will create jobs where our people, our timid, unemployed people can get a job to work from. This is a situation. A lot of people, a lot of professionals in diaspora, they want to go home and contribute their own quota. The way it's going now for the past 4 years, I don't think they have that room. Here is a city governor telling us, oh, Osioma power plant, which we are not going to even get in the next 4 years, that he will do a power project that will be only power the government buildings, and that government buildings is going to be a benefit is that he will not pay more diesel. It's not meant for everybody in Edo State. It's meant for the government offices, and he's hoping that he will get investment in. So far, 4 years, how many investors have moved into Edo State? And that embedded power project is more expensive than the NEPA. The National Electricity Power Project. One thing we need to know, we need to get here, nobody, no state has power to provide electricity. That power rests with the federal government, same with security. Then as for security, I think if IYAMU is voted for, the situation, even in UK, you live in UK too, you know that there's what they call neighborhood watch. The neighborhood watch will be encouraged, if possible, pay them so that they can look after their own security. A situation whereby governors get about 500 million, 750 million security votes, and that 700 million or 750 million is not being used to boost security, buy more vehicles for them, buy them a lot of things they cannot get. Do you know police collect money from checkpoint for them to buy battery? Do you know police collect money for them to be able to get this because they don't have enough budget, they don't have enough money? The federal government comes in, but the state governor is being referred to as the chief security of the state. So in a situation like this, what do you expect? Cultism, criminals trying to take advantage. We created them, they could not get it. A situation whereby people are not taking their life on their head to travel from through the Mediterranean Sea to come to Europe to look for work and send money home, and they are not well respected.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. There's other question I'm going to throw at you before we end the show right now. You just mentioned the word cultism, criminals or agberus or all that. Okay. Do you think OBASEKI have done well to minimize cultism, agberus, criminals, CDAs, and all that?
I don't know. As for the CDA, I'll take it one after the other.
Okay.
From information available, CDA was the initiative of the Oba of Benin, Oba Nedu, when he was still a prince. When he was in America, he was getting information of how these youth were dealing with the elders, killing themselves. He made it a point of duty that once I get into the throne, it's going to be my very #1 point to stop Agberu. To stop a CDA. And when he actually came, first 3 months, he worked in collaboration with all the people with elected position in Abuja, in Edo State, to promulgate a law banning CDA. If it is governor, they have a similar outfit in governor's office called the PPP, and they have a similar outfit in the Oba's palace. So it's not OBASEKI. 3 months ago, we had problem of cultism, killing people, taking knife to test out someone's intestine. They were very ruthless in doing that. Now, the governor tried in a way to suppress them. It's not that they are not there. They are still there. It's still a problem there. A lot of rich people send their children to Ghana, to overseas, to different countries to go and study so that they don't get involved. Any problem now, if you go home now, you have to be very, very careful. And a lot of people in diaspora want to go home, but they're scared of the cutting, scared of robbers, scared of kidnappers. So these people, they end up in hotels because there is no proper electricity. That is problem. Then when IYAMU is voted in, I think this problem can be alleviated, can in a way be removed.
Okay, this is what I want to ask you, sir. Because I asked you about OBASEKI, I wanted to also ask you about Pastor Osagie IYAMU. How do you think Pastor Osagie IYAMU will suppress Agberus, suppress criminals, courtesan, and even CDA? Because, like you said, there's a law put in place to stop CDA. But when a new government comes, things might change again. Especially we that live in diaspora, my brothers and sisters that live in diaspora, they end up buying the land. They want to work so hard to gather money to come build it. Do you think things will not change from the way it is right now? When Pastor Osagie IYAMU come, maybe CDA might come back, or you think he will finish them finally? Finish Agberu finally?
Since the CDA has come to being, there has been some sanity. IYAMU will work to do more to make it complete abolishment. He has been listening to debates, especially the negative views of the Agberus. They know that the people of Edo State, the residents in Edo State and those in diaspora do not want Agberu. And if he does try it, it is here again, maybe it's your platform again, we will come over and campaign against him. I don't think he would try to do such a thing. But what I do know that he would do is to try. Those people you are talking about, you call Agberu, they are our citizens, they are our people. We created them, the urchins in the streets. We need to give them jobs. When they are gainfully employed, I don't think any of them will have interest in it. Here's a situation at the moment. You ask children, they will tell you, say, I don't want to go to school. They will say, look at Tony Kabaka. He didn't go to school, he's very rich. Why should I do? Those type of things will be eradicated. A situation whereby you have good employment and they are well paid. Okay, tell me for one thing, what can 30,000 do for a living as a salary or wages for any low-income earner? Somebody with maybe a wife, 30,000, that's about 1,000 naira a day. Can that make a soup? Those are the things we should be talking about, that they should get a gainful employment and be paid a fabulous money, and the people will get rid of hooliganism. We need to support whoever is coming. It's not just coming there to say 4+4 talk back. We want to be suggesting to them. And if they don't take it, next 4 years is like tomorrow. They'll be kicked out.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
I respect you a lot.
Thank you.
At least for letting those in diaspora to know why you want Pastor Osagie IYAMU to come into office. Hopefully, for me, I don't have anything against both of them. If OBASEKI emerged, I don't have anything against him. If Pastor Osagie IYAMU emerged, I don't have anything against him. But I still think none of them can still give us that thing we want. You know,
let's give it a try. He has had 4 years. I think it's high time now. Those in diaspora should be saying they should be giving 4 years each to any of the aspirants.
Yes.
This
yes.
This is a state of 6 million people. It's not your father's job. It's not the heritage job that you stay there.
Sir, I am the biggest supporter of that. I wish the constitution in Nigeria can change that 4 years is enough.
It's not in the constitution that you must have 8 years. Not in the constitution. It's a party arrangement. Nowhere in the constitution that you can do 8 years. It's only suggested if you are good and the people want you, you can get another 4 years. A situation whereby you have a pass mark or weak pass and you want to come back again and become a governor, it's no good to anybody. If you give me 4 years and try, another person give 4 years and try.
So why can't it be like they do it this way, 2 years. If you are good, you have another 2 years.
2 years is not enough to plant.
It's enough. It's enough, sir. 2 years is enough.
Nowhere on earth you get that. Nowhere in the whole world that you get to. It's not enough. When you come in, you have to study, then plan, then execute. When you want to farm now, you need to go to farm, locate the land, clear it, burn it, plant a seed, and watch it grow.
But sir, 2 years is a lot of years, you know. 2 years, 24 months is a lot of years.
It's like 2 weeks. It's not enough. It's not enough.
But,
so if, for example, I make a policy now, you know, if I give you free education today now, by the time I start getting the benefit, will be probably about 10, 15 years time. Oshomole, everybody's accusing today. You know, when he came on board, you can see a lot of Benin people in prominent position, in political development, in political appointment today. But before, these people will tell you, they'll find it, they'll share it among their children, among their peers and all. But you can see over years since Obaseki, since Oshomole left, you can see these people rising into different positions, now getting it. So if you give anybody 4 years, then let's see what you can do. The governor that will be okay, you know at once. For example, you live in UK. If your councillor promise you that if you vote for me, I'm going to put a bus route in your street, and if he actually win, the day he win that election, it is that day you will get that bus running. So in our own state, in Nigeria, they will promise even when they come in, we don't even see them. You start asking. It's just like what is happening now. I have seen IYAMU's manifesto. I didn't see the manifesto of Obaseki in 2015, and in 2020, no manifestos. If Obaseki, as a man, as a technocrat governor, part of the negative things about Obaseki is that if he has moved to a mushroom party, not PDP, which has been condemned, and starts and actualizes his next 4 years, then I would know actually that this man is fighting God for that reason. With the power you have as a governor, you go to a mushroom party and actualize your dream there. People like us will follow him and tell him, let's start from the grassroots and start building up this party, and you will become governor. By so doing, we get rid of the recycled leaders.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. We really appreciate you today. We are certainly going to put you back here again. You know, before the election in September, I'll make sure I reschedule you again to come back with another person, you know, that is supporting Governor Obaseki. Unfortunately, my people, we couldn't have much time from Heathrow. Yes, we'll try to bring him back again next time as well. We are going to do this continuously until the election is done. We want to know who is going to be the next.
Thank you very much, moderator. Much appreciated. I like your channel. It's one of the best in UK, the voice of the voiceless diaspora, people in diaspora, especially in Europe and America. Keep the job going, and by so doing, if everything go well, if IYAMU actually win, I think he will use this forum, this media, to get the views of those in diaspora to contribute to Edo State development, and Edo State will be great again. I guarantee that.
Fingers crossed. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your compliments. We work so hard every day to make sure that we put smile on those indigenous in diaspora. You know, but we are not perfect. We can go wrong anytime as well.
You are a British pedigree.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So,
thank you.
We are very grateful for you to be here today. So hopefully, before the election, we'll bring you back here. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. I'm always available. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Bye for now. All right, my people. Thank you for your time this evening. We really appreciate your time. You guys have been so amazing. You know, you'll be so encouraging as well, because if you guys have not been encouraging us, I don't think we can continue this. So I love you all. Or the comments are showering like a rainfall, and all is full of positivism. Thank you very much. We appreciate you all so much. We are going to do this again. We are not sure yet who is the next person we are bringing to you, but we are working at a scatter to make sure we bring every one of them here to answer to your questions. Thank you, and God bless you for your time. Do have a good evening and stay blessed.